These young ladies come from all around the Fort Worth area. Their parents drive them in, and some of them come miles, and I really appreciate that. They are wanting to learn the basics, and that's what they're going to get. Good job, young ladies. Line it up. Here we go.
If you were to ask Coach Leta Andrews what it takes to become a great basketball player, she'd tell you the answer is quite simple. It's all about the fundamentals. And here at her skills camp in Fort Worth, that's exactly what she's teaching her girls.
The game of basketball is very simple. It's very vanilla. But you got to learn those fundamentals, and you got to know them inside out. You won't see a Leta Andrews camp scrimmaging and playing games. You won't ever see that. We're working on the skills. All right, break down.
Now, Leta retired from coaching high school basketball just a few years ago, but now the camps she runs with her family are the only way to hear her patented advice. These rigorous routines were the bedrock of her lifelong career.
Good job, way to fill the lane. Take it to the bucket.
One that put her alongside some other legendary basketball coaches.
I am proud of y'all. That's really good. You know, I was fortunate enough to study with John Wooten of UCLA, Dean Smith of North Carolina, and Pat Head Summit. It was quite an experience to listen to them.
Well, you might say Leta learned from the best, except it's her record, not theirs, that might never be broken. Starting in 1962, she won her first game as a high school coach. And over the next 5 decades, she would go on to win more games than any basketball coach at any level in the history of the sport. How many total wins do you have?
It's 1,416.
Your teams that you have coached have won 1,416 games.
Yes, sir.
Do you realize people say that your record will probably never be achieved?
I've heard that said, yes, because they won't work hard enough to do it or stay with it long enough to do it. Who's going to stay with it 52 years now? Go up to this thing, don't offer it to the crowd. Keep those hips between, and we've all got good hips. Come on, back it up and go, all right?
Over the last 52 years, Leta Andrews' accomplishments have gone unmatched. She's won 37 district titles, made 15 appearances at the state tournament, and won the Class 4A state championship in 1990. She's a member of the Texas High School Basketball Hall of Fame, the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, and the National Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. Not bad for a girl from Granbury who grew up on a farm.
I grew up here. My daddy owned close to 500 acres, but he also leased a lot of property, and we farmed all of that. I would get up a lot of mornings at 4 o'clock and go and plow till about 7, come home and eat breakfast and catch the bus and go to Granbury schools.
I bet you had quite a chore list when you were growing up, didn't you?
I did. It was called W-O-R-K, work. There was one word those girls could never tell me, that they were tired. Don't ever use that word. You have no clue to what being tired is all about.
You don't know what tired is. Huh?
That's right. I said, you don't know what tired is.
Dadgummit, I beg you to get around that rim. Work, work, work.
And I'm sure those were a lot of the driving force that made me so successful in the game of basketball.
Clad in a dress, high heels, and always her iconic pearls, Leta Andrews coached generations of women to countless victories. With the exception of her coveted basketball camps, she's since retired from coaching. But she'll be quick to tell you that it's not the trophies and awards she's received that mean the most to her. It's that she's been able to shape the lives of so many women who called her coach. Had you ever thought about what you gave them and how you equipped them for the rest of their lives with what you taught them on that basketball court?
Well, they were lifetime lessons that they could carry with them because basketball is very vanilla, but there's a lot more to it than just basketball, and I wanted them to taste the fruits of success somewhere on this path they're traveling, and they did. Many of them did. And I don't think there's any better gift in life than helping others.
You've been doing that a long time, you just didn't call it that.
Well, I've had a joyride in doing it, I'll tell you. I can put my head on my pillow at nighttime and go to sleep and know that I tried to do my very best this day. And the good Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, I'll get up and do them tomorrow.
Over the course of an unbelievable career, Leta Andrews has accomplished feats never before seen by a basketball coach, and quite possibly never will be again. Documentaries have been made about her, and there's even talk of a movie, but she's never let it go to her head. She simply looks at the game of life like she does the game of basketball. Work hard, play with your heart, and in the end, you'll find success.
The thing about basketball, it's not measured in size. It's this heart right here. It's all about heart, how much you want to give and how hard you want to work. I've had tall girls, small girls, and they're on fire to be successful and to play hard and win.
Did you ever in your wildest dreams when you were out working on the farm growing up think someday people are going to want to make a movie about my life?
No, that never crossed my memory bank. But it crossed me being a good basketball player, being a good wife and mother. Those things crossed my memory bank.
Check, 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 check. You did all those.
I hope so. I tried. I loved it. I enjoyed it. And ain't no day's over if it makes a memory. I've got a truckload of memories.